Have you ever wondered what could happen to your savings in the event of another economic downturn? Is your money protected? What if the bulk of your savings is in another currency or country? Jim and Sue Beatty recently dropped both of their children at university, daughter Sydney here in Canada and son Sandy in the U.S. As thrilled as they were at Sandy's acceptance into an Ivy League college, they were left with questions about how they'd manage his expenses and education savings. Here's their story.
When we met, you were sailing quite a bit at that time at a very high level because you were on the Olympic team. When the kids came along, it became logistically challenging to maintain the family life that we really wanted to have for both of us to be, going out the door and racing all the time.
We had large sailboats which we could bring the kids on for sleepovers, allowing us to enjoy sailing. But do so within the boundaries of a family activity.
It's going to be a nice day. I don't know if they're going to get enough breeze out of racing.
No.
Differently from the concerns I have with our daughter who's living in London, she's living away from home, but she's in the same country. We had a few more concerns about how this would work for our son because in reality, he is living in another country.
He had a passion to go to the U.S. Really in grade 7. We knew a number of the sailing coaches at the universities in the United States personally. I had sailed against them on many an occasion.
Once Sandy decided to pursue sailing, that became the way to go for him. With regards to his bills and things like that, we pay those from here because we felt more comfortable keeping the money here in Canada where we know that it's insured. So that drove our decision to keep the funds in Canadian dollars and allow our son access to that through his debit credit card that he uses in the United States through any ATM. One of the things we also need to think about, and we have discussed quite a lot recently, is our own future and our own plans.
We're just at the stage now of recovering. As our kids have gone to university, we'll start to find out what we want to do together. This is sort of a new topic for us that we're going to have a bottle of wine and discuss more extensively, for sure.
With me from CDIC is Michelle Bork. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Pleasure.
Now, Jim and Sue knew about deposit insurance, but many Canadians don't. Why is it important?
Well, many Canadians come to a point in life where protecting their savings is more important than making more money. That's why deposit insurance is important. So for instance, the couple that we just saw, for them it was really important to know that US dollar deposits are not insured.
What is the best way to find out about deposit insurance?
Well, learning about what is covered and is not covered is a really good first step. So reaching out to your financial advisors, they are really well positioned to give you advice on how to protect your savings in the event of a bank failure. Of course, you can contact CDIC, visit our website, you'd find there all the information you need.
Now, can the bank system actually fail? I thought the Canadian banks had weathered the storm of the global financial crisis.
Indeed, our banking system did weather the financial crisis, but the reality is banks can and do fail. Since CDIC was created, we've had 43 failures. But what's important is that the 2 million depositors that were affected, none of them had lost $1 of their insured deposits. So that's really demonstrate how deposit insurance is important. So for your viewers, I would encourage them to learn more about what is and is not protected.
Well, thank you so much, Michelle. It has been very informative.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Now, it is important to make informed financial decisions. To learn more, go to cdic.ca.